Hello, students, and welcome to your English language class. I hope you all are doing well. Today, in this video, we will be reading the poem A Sea of Foliage, written by Toru Dutt. Now, let's read the poem first. A sea of foliage girds our garden round, but not a sea of dull, unvaried green. Sharp contrasts of all colors here are seen. The light green, graceful tamarinds abound amid the mango clumps of green profound, and palms arise like pillars grey between. And over the quiet pools the seamulls lean, red, and startling like a trumpet's sound. But nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward, when the moon looks through their gaps and the white lotus changes into a cup of silver. One might swoon, drunken with beauty then, or gaze and gaze on a primeval Eden in amaze. Now, this poem has been written by Toru Dutt, and this poem has 14 lines. As you can see here, it is split into two parts of 8 and 6 lines. Now, children, this form of poetry is called a sonnet. The pairs of lines that rhyme in a sonnet make up its rhyme scheme. For example, as you can see here, line 1 rhymes with line 4 and line 2 rhymes with line 3. In this extract, let us say the first 4 lines, the rhyme scheme will be A, B, B, A. Now the first line is rhyming with the fourth line and the second line is rhyming with the third line. Rhyming means the last word of every rhyming with the first line, the last word of first line is rhyming with the fourth line, and the last word of second line is rhyming with the third line. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, B, A. So this is our poem. I'll be explaining the poem to you. Now this is our first 8 lines of the poem. In her poem, A Sea of Foliage, Toru Dutt compares the greenery surrounding her family's garden with the sea. Now, let us first read these 8 lines. A sea of foliage girds our garden round, but not a sea of unvaried green. Means she goes on to say that while the sea has an unchanging green color, her garden is filled with different and exciting shades of green. वो अपना जो घर का उसका गार्डन है, फैमिली का गार्डन है, उसको एक समुद्र से, एक सी से कंपेयर कर रही है। और वो ये कहती हैं कि जबकि एक सी का एक अनचेंजिंग ग्रीन होता है, वो हमेशा सेम रहता है कलर सी का, उसके जो गार्डन में जो ग्रीन कलर है उसमें बहुत सारे डिफरेंट और एक्साइटिंग शेड्स हैं ग्रीन कलर के. शार्प कंट्रास्ट ऑफ ऑल कलर्स हेयर आर सीन. द लाइट ग्रीन ग्रेसफुल टैमरिंड अबाउंड. टैमरिंड यू नो बेटा, इमली को टैमरिंड कहते हैं. तो नाउ शी इज़ टेलिंग अबाउट ऑल द प्लांट्स एंड ऑल द ट्रीज दैट शी हैज़ इन हर गार्डन. She is talking about the light green color of the tamarind tree, and amid the mango clumps of green profound, the deep green of the mango grove. जो आम के पेड़ हैं उनका जो डीप ग्रीन कलर के होते हैं वो उनकी बात कर रही है. एंड palms arise like pillars grey, the grey green of the stately palms. और जो आपने बड़े बड़े पाम के ट्रीज देखे होंगे उनका जो ट्रंक होता है दैट्स ग्रे ग्रीन कलर. सो शी इज़ टेलिंग अबाउट ऑल द शेड्स, ऑल द डिफरेंट एंड एक्साइटिंग शेड्स ऑफ ग्रीन दैट इज़ देयर इन हर गार्डन. एंड ओवर द क्वाइट पूल्स एट द seamulls lean. A contrast is found in the brilliant red of the flowers of the seamull tree, which takes one by surprise like the sudden shrill sound of the trumpet. Now these are the next 6 lines that we have. But nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward, when the moon looks through their gaps and white lotus changes into a cup of silver. She says that the loveliest, however, are the lines of bamboo trees growing towards the eastern side of the garden. और वो कह रही है जो सबसे लवलीस्ट हैं उस पूरे गार्डन में वो हैं जो बैम्बू ट्रीज़ हैं ईस्टर्न साइड में गार्डन के, वो सबसे लवलीस्ट हैं. when the moon shines through the bamboo trees and when the white lotus looks like a silver cup. और जब रात को चांद चमकता है, उसकी चांद की रोशनी में बैम्बू ट्रीज के बीच में से जब मूनलाइट आती है और जो वाइट लोटस है गार्डन में, वो एकदम सिल्वर कप की तरह शाइन करता है. One might swoon drunken with beauty then, or gaze and gaze on a primeval Eden in amaze. Now the scene is so enchanting that one might almost faint, intoxicated by its beauty, or gaze in wonder at what looks like the Garden of Eden. Now, वो ये कह रहे हैं, जो पोएटस है वो उसको डिस्क्राइब कर रही है अपने गार्डन की ब्यूटी को, कि कोई भी उसे देखकर मदहोश हो सकता है. इट्स सो ब्यूटीफुल, इट्स सो एन्चेंटिंग, और लगातार उसको देखता रहे उसके गार्डन को. और वो जो गार्डन है वो बिल्कुल जो गार्डन ऑफ ईडन कौन सा है बेटा? जहाँ पे जो फर्स्ट मैन एंड वुमन एडम एंड ईव दे यूज्ड टू लिव, and it was created by God himself. So that was the Garden of Eden, and now she is comparing her family's garden with Garden of Eden as if it was created by God himself. It is so beautiful, it is so enchanting, and she is comparing the foliage or the greenery around her garden with the sea. Hope you have understood the poem well. Now here's your homework. You have to write the poem beautifully in your fair notebook. Then you have to write about the poetess. Then you need to write the word meaning, and lastly you have to write the question answers. But before writing the question answers in your fair notebook, you need to get them checked. So write them in your rough notebook and show me in the group. Let me correct them first, and then you can write it in your fair notebook. Hope you've liked this video. Thanks for watching.